through some things right now that have nothing to do with you. Okay, sweetie?" Crystal absorbed her explanation, nodded, then reached for the door. Karen left Ryan to brood in the kitchen while she went down the hall to check on the kids, starting with her daughter, Madison. Quietly opening the door, she found her asleep on her side. One leg had escaped from her blankets. Karen pulled the sheets over it, then took in the room, fragrant with shampoo. The ceiling, a galaxy of glow-in-the-dark crescent moons and stars. In the dim light, Karen surveyed her posters of singing idols, shelves populated with her stuffed bunnies and bears, her phone in her hand. Taking care, Karen gently pried it from her daughter's fingers and set it on her night table. Kids these days. Karen's heart ached a little because, like her brother, Madison was growing up fast, and Karen was not ready to see her little girl become a full-fledged teen. Lately, their arguments over Madison wanting to date boys were becoming more pointed and echoed in her mind. "The answer is no. No dating. You're only 12, Maddie." "I'm mature for my age. You don't understand anything, Mom." Karen smiled, a tired mother's smile as she gazed upon her. "Oh, I understand, sweetheart. There's so much in this life you've yet to learn, believe me." Tenderly, she stroked Maddie's hair. "Bottom line, kiddo, I love you more than you'll ever know." Karen closed the door, stepped across the hall, and opened the door to her son Tyler's room. It was all hardcore boy. His walls were papered with posters of the flag, Black Hawk choppers, Humvees, and a Hercules warplane deploying flares. His shelves held trophies, plaques, photos, comic books, and his collection of hunting knives. On his desk was his gaming stuff and his computer covered with stickers. Tyler kept nagging them for a new laptop, an expense they couldn't afford right now. Karen met the empty eyes of the skull on his bookshelf, a full-size plastic model he'd gotten from a friend. "That thing always creeps me out." In one corner, Tyler's skateboard rose like a rocket from his clothes heap. Karen touched one photo she'd taken the time they went camping near Lake Placid. Tyler and Maddie laughing their heads off. Tyler's arm was wrapped around Maddie. Now here he was sleeping on his stomach, Maddie's big brother and protector. "Love you, sweetie." Karen kissed his cheek and left, closing the door behind her and reflecting on her life. Maybe it wasn't perfect, like in movies and books. And maybe I'm not perfect. Who is? So her dream of being a nurse instead of a grocery store cashier didn't come true. So they were facing tough times with Ryan's business. Karen was still thankful, acknowledging that while she didn't get what she wanted, she had what she needed, and considered herself a blessed woman. Alone in the kitchen, Ryan poured himself a glass of milk. What the hell am I going to do? Drinking at the sink, he looked through the window and searched the night for answers while replaying the meeting he'd had earlier that day at the bank. He'd sat across the desk of Henry Driscoll, the manager who'd assessed his application for the loan he needed to save his drywall business. As Driscoll clicked at his keyboard and calculator, Ryan's eyes went to the diplomas and awards on the wall, then the credenza with photos of Driscoll and a smiling, attractive woman standing in front of the Colosseum in Rome and the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Ryan took stock of his own life. He and Karen didn't have college degrees. She was a cashier. They'd never been to Europe. He twisted his wedding band and stared at his calloused hands. The corners of his thumbs were dried and cracked. He hadn't cleaned off all of the time.